Hello everyone, welcome to one more episode of Talking Times. Are you interested in UX, experience in general, designing? We're gonna have an amazing conversation. I'm here with Wellison Gonçalves and you guys are gonna love this guy right after our podcast intro. Hello man, how are you, Wellison?
Hello, I'm great.
Man, before we get into our conversation, please introduce yourself to our listeners. You can look for
sure. For sure. So I'm Wellison. I'm very talkative, but in English I slow down a little bit to think more what I'm saying. And I'm a UX designer, as the guys say. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here. And I was too times a student, so today will be a very good conversation.
Man, I really like when we have students and teachers here, because people that are watching us, they are having the journey, maybe in book 1, book 2, and then imagine, oh, does it really work? Eventually, would I be able to express myself in English? Yes, you will, but we're not gonna talk about that now. So, okay, UX designer, I'm gonna be the advocate of the devil, okay? And I say, okay, like we were just talking now, you have to explain a lot what you do to other people, right?
Yeah.
And what exactly do you guys do?
So, let me return the question.
Okay.
What the first thing that came into your mind when we are talking about design?
Okay, I think about images and shapes and colors and
so usually people, when we are talking about design, thinks about, I don't know, create logos to companies or create websites, creates about colors and all this stuff. But UX design means UX means user experience. So UX is more about the behavior of the people. So how the people interact with a product, and a product could be anything, so a website could be I don't know, the package of a cookie, could be an event. So UX is more related to the behavior part, so how the people interact.
Man, that's a very interesting thing, because you will basically tell the person that is responsible for the product or the service maybe something related to the level of satisfaction that the customer may have, or the first impression that they have, something like that.
Yeah, so when you're talking about design, it's very rare you do only one thing. So we are saying just about it. So usually, as a designer, I have to know the basis of design, and I have to know the normal rules of design, But the UX design, it's more related to this kind of behavior. So I create a product. So nowadays I work for a company with a dashboard for lawyers. So I create some features and all the stuff for the dashboard. But I'm interested not just into to be a good look, something beautiful, but to create something to solve the problem, And the UX, it's more, you have a lot of terms: UX design, product design, UI design. So maybe the people start to
now you're explaining to me. I see a lot of professionals on LinkedIn. And it's like product, a product owner, is related to this.
So you don't need to pay much attention on these terms, I think, because it doesn't make much sense. It's the same idea, it's the same thing, because the idea is to, how can I explain? You have other things inside design. So I need to understand how to create a product. I need to understand what is my client, what is the problem, if is really a problem to solve, and other stuff. So in UX, we are taking care of other stuffs, other offer stuffs of design, and of course including the good-looking things, you know.
No, yeah, and this I guess is the artistic side of the work.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you have to really not only pay attention in the object thing, but in the person who is going to interact with that.
Yeah, the idea actually is the user, the human centered on the design process. So basically, I'm creating a product to a person, to a human. So he is the focus, you know. So the idea is to listen more and to test a lot of things with real humans. So this changes a little bit the process of design, and for me it's very good because I don't depend of my creativity, because I'm creating something based on data. So it's
makes sense too. So you are basically creating a bridge of what the customer needs or wants, and the final product that's going to be developed, maybe.
Yeah. Basically, is to put in the scientific methodology on design. So we create the design following a process with tests, with research, and of course, all the areas has this. So, but this is this is like the evolution of the profession. So I think nowadays it's more common. Back a couple of years, especially before pandemics, even when I applied to a role in a company, I had to explain what the UX design.
Why do I need you?
Yeah, why?
Okay, can you think of an example of a case where the professional was needed and the product was not well made? For example, I'll give a silly example and you correct me if it has nothing to do. Like I create a toothbrush that is difficult to hold, that is slides in my hand, I don't have a grip.
I think the best example is the Magic Mouse from Apple, you know. So basically Apple has a mouse it's a wireless mouse. So incredible. You don't have cables on your table, so this is amazing. But wireless things need to charge. And where they put the charger input on the mouse, on the back of the mouse, so you can use the mouse while it's charging. So this is terrible because you just stop to work because your mouse needs to recharge. So this is probably, and they didn't fix this, and the new mouse is still at the same.
Man,
basically I think they didn't test the product, you know.
Or they wanted to sell batteries.
They don't give much.
Man, but that's incredible because we're talking about a big company.
Yeah.
Like when I asked you like an example, I was thinking about maybe small companies that don't have, I don't know, resources, budget to, big companies also screw up then.
Yeah. Usually, in the design, it's not a problem you launch something early or to fail, actually.
You just put beta and that's it.
basically. But the idea is to create the basic thing and to deliver something for your user and improve the things with listen your user, you know. But okay. I think this second part on the Apple, they failed, you know. They
that's it. You enjoy, swallow the spill, and that's it.
Exactly.
Okay, and you mentioned before that you were also a programmer. So, how does it affect your daily routine to communicate with the other departments, man?
Okay, so yeah, before being a designer, I was a programmer, a front-end developer, and this helped me a lot to understand how the things works, and I think this helped me in two ways. The first thing is the communication with the teams. Mm-hmm. So when I create something for the devs to communicate, to sell my ideas and to understand what they're talking about, it's easier because I was in their skin at the past, you know.
Okay. You don't go, man, your coding sucks.
Yeah, no. And I think that the second thing, I know what is it's harder to create and what are the limitations that the technologies have. So usually this affect my design, what I create too. So this is like I can't just turn off the things,
okay.
you know. So I know this stuff. So I avoid to create something. I don't know, inventing the new things. So.
Man, that's interesting. I have this friend, and he's a developer too, and he was mentioning that they have this. It's like a tech lead, but it's not exactly a tech lead because she's like a leader, but she doesn't have the technological background. So basically, she doesn't understand anything about the developing process. Only about these are our goals. This is the time we have to do that. Are you facing some problems? So she's really helpful according to him, but there is this barrier, like you can not explain why the thing is not working in technical terms, and then you have like a conflict.
Yeah.
So it's really important to at least know the basics, right? When
and well, I not gave up of programming, but I found myself on design, you know.
Okay.
So I a lot of new things I don't know. So I think that the idea is to be open to listen there and the devs and all the stuff to understand what is going on. So I think this communication is the key for everything.
Yeah, it's true, man. So while developing a new product or service, what's the importance of the UX designing? What step you guys start working? Is before you even start everything, or is like you mentioned Apple? First trial and then you enter, or no, you prevent misusage or everything. In what moments you guys interact?
Okay, so I think the UX can help in a lot of things, and not UX actually, but this mindset of creating a product. So with understanding our users and making research, we can avoid risks, taking unnecessary risks. We can make the things more profitable for the company. They love this, and make the things more assertive, you know, in the process, and fail less. And I think the idea is to have like this healthy process. You don't want to start a new product totally blind, and to see if going work just when you launched, you know. So you spend a lot of money, put a lot of money in the project, in the idea, and you discover that it's a fail after you launch. So this is very, very problematic, you know.
I'm thinking here now while you were talking, maybe last week we talked a lot about games, and one thing that we mentioned is that the new Elder Scrolls is taking years to be developed. Maybe this is the reason, you know. Elder Scrolls 6, guys, maybe eventually will come out, but maybe it's your fault. Like, it's like the guys are like, guys, Bethesda is like Ubisoft, a lot of bugs, so we have to test a lot. And what is the best approach of UX in a company, man? Like, when you decided to launch a new product, a new service, you have to get the team together and discuss. You start from a briefing. I don't know, because while you were saying, I imagine the guys getting the feedbacks or reading the comments, you know, like in Google Apps. You guys do that, something like
Yes. Google Play review, Apple Store review, it has a meaning, you know.
It's exactly for that.
But let's take a steps back. Basically, design in general is to solve problems. It's a way to solve problems and to create a process to do it. So I don't know. Let's create a problem here to try to pass to this process.
Okay.
I have a problem.
Okay, I'll give you one, and I want after you go. I have a problem. You guys in the chat can solve. Oh, I think I said this in another episode. If you guys solve this, this is being recorded. It's like a $1 million idea. If you figure it out a solution for this problem, if you figure it out a solution for this, and I'm not trolling. I'm being really sincere. You're gonna be like, I don't know, maybe a millionaire at least, you know. And it's a very old problem. I think this problem exists since humans started to breathe, you know. But you go first. Let them think.
Now I'm curious. But
yeah.
But I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that I don't like want to make dinner or have something to eat really fast,
Mm-hmm.
I order something in my food or in Uber Eats or all these stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm ordered, I'm not paying much attention on candies, on sweet things, on desserts. Yeah, I just order my main dish, my meal,
okay.
and I wait to receive. But after eat my meal, I start to a chocolate right now would be
little sweet would be nice.
It would be nice, you know. So I have this problem. So let's imagine a great idea. So every time that I order something on iFood, my app will put automatically on the cart a dessert. And will charge me automatically. So this is a great idea. Every time that I order, I don't have to remember more to order this dessert, you know. So I create the product, I launch, and oh my God, I start to receiving a lot of bad comments
I
about.
have diabetes. How dare you?
How dare you?
I didn't order for this.
Exactly.
You put a big box of Ferrero Rocher.
Exactly.
Pay us.
Pay us. I was charged with something that I didn't order.
The guy ordered like a $20 sandwich and paid $30 in a box of chocolate.
Exactly. So the idea of the process is to, I have this problem.
Mm-hmm.
How many people have the same problem? Let's see if this is a real problem, you know. So we start to make research to understand our client bases and how they see this problem. If this is a problem in my client base, maybe other companies has the same problem. So how they solve it? So let me see if I'm working in iFood. Let me see Uber Eats. Let me see Deliver. Let me see other delivery companies. So after to understanding the problem and understanding how, if it is a problem, the idea is to start creating small ideas to solve it, to understand what I have in my app, other features that I can use. So maybe it's not a good idea to just put a brigadeiro in your cart, you know, but maybe create a suggestion items in the checkout, you know. Yeah. So maybe this is a better approach on this product.
Sense.
And after having this idea, I think it's the most. It's probably the difficult part of it. It's not falling in love with your idea.
Okay. Let the ego go.
Yeah, because after you creating this idea, you need to test it to see if it works and how it goes. So you launch for a small base of clients, or you test a prototype just with I don't know, some close people, and you have to pay attention on how the people interact with the product, to make the things better for them and to improve your product based on what you're seeing and not what you're thinking will
Makes
be.
total
So
sense. You are very didactic, man, explaining. That's nice. I'm thinking here, you have to also consider in this example that you gave that people are hungry. So they are not very logical and rational and like, oh, I want to diet. And so maybe only a message can be effective. But if you have like tiny pictures of the options, you like a brigadeiro or the milk pudding, oh my God. Or maybe a cheesecake or something like that, that people say, oh my God, because they're already hungry.
yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Okay, my problem, maybe, I don't know, I think it's impossible that people solve in the next minutes, but my problem is toilet paper. We have been here in this planet, debatably, arguably, for maybe, I don't know, Homo sapiens 200,000 years. That's one. Some people say 100,000, some people go up to 200. And we still haven't figured out another way to wipe our asses. We have to use paper for that. But Japan has this toilet with I don't know, a little fountain or a little robot that does little shower. Yeah, this type of little fountain would be weird, right? Like with a sculpture like that, and people.
What a toilet!
Yeah, exactly. But there must be. We have built rockets and smartphones. There must be a more practical, hygienic way than just rubbing a paper back there. Good luck with finding a solution for this problem.
The 3 shells, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, you got this reference. Oh my God, somebody here that watched Demolition Man. So, exactly, it's a 3-shell problem. Yeah, but yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, watch Demolition Man and then you put on Google Images 3-shell.
How to use it.
How to use it. The image is very funny, but don't do it now. Okay, later. But yes, my problem is with toilet paper. Okay, I'm not against it. Okay, but there must be another way. Link it to your explanation. Well, Marcel has a question here. What are the essential skills, knowledge for a UX designer? So what's the perfect professional would have? What set of skills?
So it's very. It's a role very inclusive, you know. Mm-hmm. So I graduated in graphic design, but I have a coworker has graduated in lawsuit and how can I say? Advocacy.
Oh yeah, in law.
Law, yeah, mm-hmm. Exactly. So usually, every profession has their set of skills that can use in UX design. So I think the main skill is communication. You need to be to know how to listen people, because usually in my work I'm listen to users all the day. I'm in meetings with them and I'm taking their feedbacks and reading the stuffs. It's good to have like basis of design, but you can learn this while you're working on it, and you'll be better practicing and creating more product and creating all the stuffs. And I don't know, it's very inclusive, you know. So I know professors that become UX designers. I know some doctors. I know lawyers. I know a lot of professions that migrate to UX design, and they work pretty well with their set of skills, you know.
Man, that's nice. So you can adapt. One thing regarding what you said, I imagine is very important to pay attention in the research you do, because sometimes it could be one lexical choice, one word the person puts on a feedback that gives you the solution. Oh, that's what's up with that, the problem. That's what's wrong. So you need to be attentive to these details, maybe, you know.
And it's very.
And don't take it personally.
Yeah, no, and it's very, very common. You find you discover the problem of a whole screen, a whole feature is just a word, you know. So the people don't understand a word in a button. You change this word and everything's become nicer, you know, and start to work. So yeah. Okay,
nice. And what is the biggest challenge in your profession, man, as a UX designer?
I think for the beginners nowadays it's better, but as I said, back a couple of years ago, especially before the pandemics, the biggest challenge for UX designer was explain what is UX designer, even for who is hiring you. So when you become a designer, it's very common. You receive a briefing, so you receive what the people wants you to do, and you execute and deliver. Basically that. So of course, for execute, you need your creativity and you have your own process, but you deliver and ends the circle of the product. But when you are a designer or UX designer, you have these research steps and you have all these things, and you don't just execute what your CEO are telling you.
Okay, that might be a problem.
Yeah, so that might be a problem when you are entering.
That's not what I thought. Your idea sucked.
Usually we don't use these words, but
lexical choice, guys. Yes.
But yeah, so usually when you are the first UX designer in a company, you need to introduce this process, So it takes a couple of time more to create the product, but it is more assertive at the end, So you fail more precisely, You still fail, but more precise, and you understand more easily how to make improvements and to get better. So usually you have this problem in your first project, and you need to pay a lot of attention to bring the people with you in the process and to explain what you are doing, what you're doing, and how this affect the project. And after you deliver and they see the numbers going up, they okay, now I understand.
Genius. Okay.
Now I understand.
I want you to work more.
So they start to understand you. So usually this is the biggest challenge for new UX designers.
And what's the biggest challenge? The client sometimes, or the boss sometimes? I was thinking here, maybe one way to overcome it is, like you said, talking numbers. Well, by applying these features, these changings, the level of satisfaction of the clients will increase.
Exactly, and UX is based on data, so you have a lot of numbers to share with them. So it's very easy to prove the results of what you're doing. So I did this, and these are the numbers before I did, and now the numbers after, and this
problem solved.
Problem solved. Our numbers, mathematics.
That's crazy. This I learned in a philosophy class. Actually, that when you want to convince someone, if you just give an opinion, you make it sometimes emotional or personal.
Yeah.
But if you describe a fact, the fact is, before the solution, blah, 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 you had 3 stars in Google. After the solution, you had 4.8. There's still work to be done, but that's an improvement. You never in your life had 4.8, and then...
Exactly. So, numbers always talk.
This is a skill you can use for life, man. Everything in a relationship discussion. Well,
I don't recommend. I don't recommend talking numbers in a relationship discussion.
Okay, depends on the topic. All right. But don't make it personal, Okay, let me take a look at the chat here. Hello, Cecilia. Hello, Simone. Simone is from Jardim. Shout out to you guys in Time Jardim. Okay, how do you stay updated, Wellison, with the latest trends? Because I imagine, since you are talking about people, I think it is something. It's a sentence, I don't know. It's probably from Steve Jobs, that you can listen to your clients, but the time that you do it, they will want something else. So sometimes you need to get ahead of and see a trend, and people will want this, and then you give before they ask, something like that. So I imagine it changes a lot. And how do you stay updated with the trends?
Okay, I think in design, in UX design, we have these 3 types of trends that other areas has too, but technological trends and the updates in the market and how it goes. Nowadays, you don't need to search much. You receive this on social media every day. You receive a new technology and all this stuff. So usually I just take a look, see if it works and fits in my design process, and I keep it to later if I need it. So I don't spend much time on it because you're going crazy if you try to do everything, and to create everything. When we are talking about clients and what they want, you see metrics. You measure some things in your product to see what is going on. And well, as I said, the circle of the product not ends more when you deliver the product. So you need to still
start another one. Actually,
yeah, you need to start keeping following the metrics and see what the people are doing with your product. Usually, they give you a hint of what they need. So if you create, I don't know, a to-do list, and you put a input to put a task. And they're starting like creating big titles on this to-do list. Maybe you need to put a description on it, So okay. you can see these things on how people are interact with your product, and to work on improvements and all this stuff. A product, it's never done, So
it's an ongoing process.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a third type of trend in design, the design trends. So usually the minimalist things now, and everything become minimalist. And now the retro wave things and everything starts to look like the 80s, to become something cool and all this stuff. This type of things is very complicated, Usually it's something to have fun of it, but I don't apply much and don't try to follow this kind of trends of design and all this stuff.
It's too quick.
Because imagine, let me change for another area of design, like fashion design, for example.
Okay.
You have like collections, so the summer collection, you have the autumn collection and the spring collection. So you buy a shirt with a collection, but now launch another collection, another trend with winter pants, and you buy this pant. So if you start to use everything and to try everything that become new and become and hype, your wardrobe, it's a nightmare, So
you're gonna look like a rodeo clown.
Exactly. So it's very complicated. So imagine this in a product ongoing. So part of the product will be in a way and another part in the other way.
Understand.
So this is something that you can look and have fun, create something personal, Try this thing and learn how to do it and all the stuff, but don't feel pressure to use it, So
understand. Now, that you mentioned this retro wave thing is interesting because now I receive a lot of ads from game sticks. And normally the layout is like, okay, but it's a retro game, so you can play those games. It's always like this, like those games from the 80s, the 90s, and the synthesizers in the soundtrack, stuff like that. A lot of playlists on YouTube that has the songs that they sound like the soundtrack of Stranger Things.
The think wave things. I love it, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't know. The new trend's gonna be the 90s, maybe. Something like with torn up jeans and checkered T-shirts.
My guess is the new trends of design will become. We have something called Frutiger Aero. It's like. Back at the days when Apple launched the first Mac, all the icons started to be like 3D and with lights and all the stuffs. And after years, we started to minimize everything and to be more simple, But now with these VR things and how people see the things in 3D and all the alternative reality, I think it's become more cool to see something in 3D, very realistic and all these things. So maybe we start to see more of these things again,
It's interesting. I noticed a trend. I used to be very upset because I'm playing football again with some friends. And I stopped and I returned. years ago, everything was full of colors. You know, like
Yeah.
you will buy like some soccer shoes, and you had like a lot of colors, a lot. You know, and then I said, man, I want something only black. And then now the retro thing, like you have these retro soccer shoes, they simulate the ones from the 50s, the 60s, you know.
Yeah.
I noticing some fighting gloves too, like I was buying some boxing gloves for Muay Thai, and then I saw retro gloves, like those Hockey Balboa things, and I said, whoa, so it is really something that it's going not only with music or games, like everywhere, you know.
Yeah, everywhere. A good thermometer for that, it's cars. You can see on streets, like most part of the cars are black or silver or a shade of gray.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true.
The colorful ones are red, and you can see, and you can't see other colors. But nowadays you can see now some blue cars launched, the new models with blue or with brown or another shades of red, of yellow. So you can see this kind of trends on cars easily.
There is one specific shade. I look for me it was interesting, but my girl looked and said, "Oh my God, it's dreadful! It looks that it's dirty. It's like not white and not cream. It's, you know what I'm talking about? It's like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
and it's not white and it's not cream. It's like yeah, something like this. It's like it looks like it's dirty in a way." You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if the idea was to make something retro too, but you know.
Yeah. Like these makeup brands, they have like a shade of pink that you think, you know, it's like a white T-shirt when you put in the
Yeah, too
in the
much
launder.
bleach there,
Yeah.
or you forget the T-shirt and it's like going almost to a shade of yellow.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, there are a lot of questions here in the chat. Let's take a look. Okay, hello Vanessa, hi Fernando, hi Fabio, hi Gustavo, hi Igor. Okay, a question here from Vanessa. Have you ever been on a situation that you know what to do, but your client wasn't listening to you?
every
Or-
time,
No,
every day.
every day.
This is very common, very
Yeah.
common. Yeah, but usually you need to you try to listen the client, you know, to understand what they're telling this to you. So maybe he loves this color, you know, he loves this color. He I don't know. His nephew told him the if a button on the top would be great and all this stuff. But I think when you understand where did this came from, it become easier to try to convince and make your point, you know. But eventually you will fail, you know. So you just give up and you're paying, so okay.
Or you have to use the magic card, you know. You're gonna make more money with this.
Yeah. Usually this kind of thing is more visual stuff because people like to, I don't know, put red on everything or this kind of thing.
The guy's Palmeirense, and
so
he doesn't like the colors. I don't know, from Corinthians, for example. No, don't use a lot of black and white.
Yeah, I don't want black on the letters. Come on. But yeah, so usually I try to like make my point and to convince them, but eventually I just gave up. When you have this kind of problem, you just don't show the people your work, you know. So I didn't do this.
It was not my fault.
It was not my fault. So you don't share.
But how serious it is? Just giving in philosophy we say ad absurdum. It's like you are creating a website from Internacional, you know, and you wanted to use a blue in the website. That is the color of their rival, Grêmio. You know, it's like, man, you're not gonna reach your public, you know, or there's going to be some conflict there, you know.
Yeah,
and sometimes
totally.
it's pure stubbornness, you know.
Totally.
Okay, one more here. Fernando said, "Oh, good talking about UX." Okay, what did you used to do to convince your client to change? You cry or you say, it's not gonna work?
No.
No. You hire someone else.
No.
Or just remove my name from it.
Usually this type of thing, the first thing that I don't my first advice is don't create multiple options. Don't give multiple options to your clients.
Nice one.
So usually you make them more confused and they start to try to
Nazaré with the numbers.
Yeah, and if you give them a problem, so 3 options, they will try to solve this problem. So I have 3 options. Now I will create a 4th option with these 3. You know, this could help. And I try to, if I have an idea and they find something, they suggest something, they want a lot of, they want much this, I create, I try to merge the ideas, you know, to create a solution more, I don't know, more soft with this idea, and present to them to look, this is making like I understand them wrong, but no. Oh, this is what you want, right? So I show them and to explain what I did this, and usually works.
Okay, yeah. So don't give them many options. That's a good one. There is a interesting question from Igor here.
It's like Netflix, you know. You have like a lot of movies and you don't know what you see.
I watch the same ones, you know. Or, yeah. Okay, not the same, but the same genre. Yeah. Igor is asking you, how is it as a designer to live in a designed world and dealing with other designers' flaws? Do you do this like walks? Oh my god, I would have done it better. Oh my god, this app here.
Yeah. but you know, I try to look to understand the context. You know. Well, in your mind, you will judge everybody. So, this seems wrong, you know. But usually, I create a lot of shit products, you know. To understand and to make better, you need to create and
That's a man that had left his ego go. You see there.
Yeah. But you need to create something very, very wrong to know it is wrong, you know,
and to improve as a professional.
Yeah, exactly. So this is very common. So.
Gustavo said here, Wellison was an amazing classmate. Okay. You
for sure, Gustavo.
Yeah, you're a time student, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I finished my class, my course a month ago, I think.
Recently.
Yeah,
that's
very
nice.
Recently.
How was the process for you, man? Becoming student and the classes.
It was really, really good. I enjoyed a lot to participate in the class, and I think all the idea of learning other things with English, you know. So you learn, you study in English and you practice in English, but at the same time you're studying other things. You have like special classes and move classes and some classes. So this is very, very, very good, and I enter at times like knowing the base, you know. I wasn't able to talk, and I understand a couple of things, and I read something more because of movies, series, and video games that I learned by myself. But at times that I started to talk and to have this practice, and the daily practice was the real thing for me, you know.
That's nice. Coming from a professional like yourself is a nice feedback, you see. But it's interesting what you mentioned is the PBL method, that is basically your intention is to learn English, so I will transform this in a tool for you to execute something else that you will have fun. So you have a game class, or you have a
For sure.
Role playing during the classes. That's nice, man. You're 23, right?
Yeah.
Now I feel like Marília Gabriela. Okay, you are 23 years old, a very young fella. When you are not working or studying, man, what do you like to do to have fun? You mentioned games, music.
I love music. I love to play guitar and to have fun with it. It's like a relaxing moment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I pick my guitar. I don't know, slow down a little bit and just try to relax and going deep in my mind with my guitar. So this is something that I love. I love playing games as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, times showed me a lot of ways to use English. So I enter in, I don't know, random discords around the world to make friends and to start conversation in English.
That's nice.
And I started to see fun in learning new languages and all this stuff. So I started to learn French now. So this
Nice.
is something that I like a lot too. So usually watching movies, and I like to go out sometimes too. So yeah.
You mentioned that music had an influence in you becoming a UX designer. So what's up with that? How what's the story?
Yeah, because I always have this this foot on art.
Mm-hmm.
But my dream,
The Bon Jovi thing.
Yeah, the Bon Jovi thing. Yeah, my dream was be a rock star. Yeah.
Okay.
So I started I started to learn how to play guitar and all the stuff. But when I started to become older, the music was a little bit a part of my life. You know, I didn't have much time to practice, to listen to music. So I started to create things to do while I'm listening music. I needed an excuse to listen music, you know, because I'm very hyperactive, so I use a lot of my hand, and I need to do something else while I'm listening to music. So I started to read about Photoshop, and I tried things in Photoshop and learn some things with design because I want to listen music, you know. So the design was the background to listen music.
That's nice.
And I discovered that I loved design too. So okay, this was a nice marriage.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I love listening to music while reading or studying too. And some people, they would say to me, how can you focus? How can you... It gets so natural, like you're reading, even if it's a romance, and of course you will put a type of music that kind of matches that.
Yeah,
so if I'm reading something, I don't know, like a romance that involves like a story of a warrior, blah blah blah, I will put something epic, and then it's like dun, 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 dun. It's almost like a soundtrack of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, to study I prefer some metal stuff, drop a D. You know, it's like you get, and for the gym too. Nice, man. That's amazing. You mentioned games. What are you playing recently?
Now I'm playing. I am playing Fallout because of the series.
Me too. The third. In my case.
The fourth.
Nice.
The fourth I'm playing, and I went back to Elden Ring because of the new things that you come in the next month and all the stuff. But I think the game that I always went back to play with my friends and all the stuff is Counter-Strike.
Nice.
Probably the first game that I played, and you'll be the last one.
I played the 1.6, I guess.
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic. This is very nostalgic. While you are playing, can you just have fun?
No.
Okay.
With Counter-Strike, it's not more fun. It's not more fun. Yeah. Unfortunately.
More things involved there.
Yeah.
But the professional in you kicks in while you're like, oh my god, why would they put the menu like this?
Oh, for sure. In general, in games, I always pay attention if the UI and all this stuff. I love some games and I hate some menus, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm having this
Fallout. It's
Yeah,
complicated,
I'm
no?
having a problem. You guys are gonna hate me, but I don't give a damn. Just a little. It annoys me that it gets dark very fast and the game is very dark. I don't know if it's the configuration of my TV. The third one.
Yeah.
You know, I'm playing, so you are like around Megaton, for example. During the day, okay, and I like to explore. When it's night, it's almost like pitch dark and I cannot see much. Maybe it's the immersive.
And has a filter, a green filter, right, on the third one.
Yeah, it's weird, but it gets too dark sometimes, you know. And I know, and sometimes it's something to create a suspense or like something like this, but it's just not practical. Like it's really just very dark, and then like, oh, a monster here, you know, like. And then you go there and smash it with a pipe.
So something that I hate on unpublished in general in games, it's when you start a game and always I don't know, I'm begging company. I don't know why they put every time the volume in 100%.
Oh.
Every time. So you open the game for the first time, you can reach a menu, you like seeing a cutscene or all the stuffs, and you like having a jump scare.
Yeah, it's like a goddamn loud.
Why? I don't know. But
Oh, okay. Well, which one is your all favorite time? Is Counter-Strike your favorite top one game?
top one game.
Yeah.
Damn, this is difficult.
Uh-huh.
This is difficult. But I think it's Shadow of the Colossus on
nice.
PlayStation
It's
2.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Was the first game that I played. It was more than just a game for me, you know. I picked the story at that time because I didn't understand English, so I didn't catch the story things in the games. So this one, they don't have dialogues and all this stuff, so I could understand the story with just the characters and all this stuff. So okay, so video games could be emotional.
Yeah. I had that with Vandal Hearts 2. Old game too, but amazing. What you mentioned the guitar. Do you play other instruments?
Yeah, I play well. I spent, I think, most part of my life playing acoustic guitar. I think I don't have anything in my life that I spend more times than with my acoustic guitar.
Nice.
On purpose, of course, but sleeping. But you know. but I also play electric guitar, saxophone, bass a little bit. Yeah.
That's why you don't have a band. You are like an Edmota. You can play a lot of things. You can record the album yourself.
Yeah, but it has a couple of years that I don't touch in the sax.
Yeah.
The saxophone, it's something very, very old in my mind. I played in a
What
band.
were playing, like some Kenny G stuff? Ska?
Yeah, yeah, but was more in an orchestra
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Nice. Interesting, man. Let's take a look here. Okay. The Gen AI is about we interacting by chat. Okay. What do you think about that? Okay, wait. Let me go back here. The Gen AI is about we interacting by chat. So what do you think about that? Because for humans, it's more productive to interact by chat instead of design with a lot of clicks. It's very simple, just asking in a chat. Okay. What's your take on that? I guess it's about how do we get the feedbacks from the clients.
I think with the AI thing, it's very new, and the people are starting to understand how to interact with it.
Mm-hmm.
And we see new products to try to, well, without having a chat with text, we start to, I don't know, voice commands or gestures and all this stuff. And I don't have much. I don't have much to say about it because it's something very new. I don't think something other than a text chat will work very well because of some. Well, I don't like to listen audio or WhatsApp audios on a bus or on a public things, you know. So talking with a computer will be worse.
Yeah.
For me. So I don't see this kind other methods being much useful. But yesterday or this week, I don't know, the Microsoft showed the Copilot things with the new computers. So you are using your computer, and the AI is watching what you're seeing in the computer,
what a creep.
and start to talk with you and interact with what you're seeing. So you don't need to describe anymore. They were watching you. So I think this is very creepy, you know.
It is like they want you to feel like Bruce Wayne talking to Alfred, you know.
Yeah,
like
yes.
Alfred, please, blah 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 blah, you know.
So I don't feel much comfortable. You know, I have an Alexa and I mute her. So
yeah, I don't know. The impression that I have sometimes, people think that AI can do everything. Like, okay, sure, a lot of things will be obsolete, but there are other things that you still need the real human interaction there, you know.
Yeah.
Like the simple example that you've just said, if I have to solve a problem on the phone and the guy go with the Beethoven gas truck, if you want blah blah blah, plus blah blah blah, and then I say, oh my god. Finally, when I'm talking to a real person, oh man, thanks. This is blah blah blah. What is happening? Okay, just a moment. But the guy solves the problem eventually, you know. So yeah.
The keyboard noise make you more comfortable, right?
Yeah. I know.
They're doing something. Oof.
The guy just plays a button like effect of keyboard, you know, something like that. So I'm reading the chat here. They are laughing about your answer about the options there. Man, unfortunately, oh guys, we are running out of time already. Yeah. But what are the plans for that's very Marília Gabriela of me. What are the plans for the future, Wellison?
So I always had like a lot of dreams related to English. So
nice.
now it's unlocked to take out of the paper, you know, and put in practice. And this year I started to like to focus more on me. So even I started like an experiment. I'm off of social medias. I deactivated everything. Everything.
You look healthy. So yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So something that that I always planned was like to travel and to spend, because well, as a UX designer, I have this benefit of remote work, you know. So
nice.
I want to know new places and to visit other countries, and maybe starting close in Brazil and expanding in South America, and then start to use like the English and practicing a lot of
no
stuff.
No
limits.
Yeah.
So this year I will start this plan, you know. I think that the first experiment will be in Brazil to understand this works. Mm-hmm. But I have plans to spend a couple of time on Chile.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll give you a suggestion. Yeah. While doing this, write songs.
Ooh.
Use the musician in you about the experience. So you have like instead of just a photo album, you have the album of your songs describing the experience, and it's gonna be eternal.
Ooh.
Eternal is a heavy word, but it's gonna be there, you know?
It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Could be very interesting, yeah, totally.
And you get two things that you like to do in once, you know? Man, thank you so much for being here. It was very nice, you know? Now I feel better now, because I understand a lot of things that were kind of mysterious for me, you know, back to what you were describing at the beginning of our conversation. Before we go, a final message to our viewers?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys, to see the talk, and thanks the teachers. Oh my God. I'm just here because of the teachers and because of time, so thanks a lot. You guys unlocked another world for me, and yeah, thank you a lot, and see you. I think
I will invite you to return here to describe your journey after
for sure.
After you travel.
Very good.
It will be amazing.
So
episode 2. I don't know when, but when you return, and you can bring your guitar too, gonna be nice.
Okay.
You can do an act together. Thank you so much for all the messages, the questions, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, leave a message. We are also in Spotify, okay? Enjoy your holiday, don't drink too much, have fun, and hope to see you on our next episode of Talking Times. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.